Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to give our praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone, peace and salutations to the elect. Right? We're the Hebrew Israelites of the Great Millstone Jamaica camp, again to prophesy the downfall of the society and to speak about the ushering of the kingdom of Israel, headed by our Lord and Savior Yahushai, David and the rest of the apostles, you know, and the rest of the 144,000, every man in his correct order. And speaking about ushering of the kingdom of heaven, you have a whole lot of prophecies that's supposed to be fulfilled before we can actually attain the kingdom. Now, we're living in a time now where these prophecies are popping off left, right, and center, and it's beautiful because it's getting more scarier, even for those that are in the, what should I say, the upper middle class, man. Good. You know, it's really getting scary. So give me Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3.
Ecclesiastes 12 verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few.
Hey, the jobs being cut all over, especially from these Fortune 500 companies, man. Now, if you understand anything at all about business and where these companies are concerned, these major companies are the ones that supply small businesses, man. You understand? Now, if these major companies are now putting out that, look, we are having problem whether by, you know, the fact that interest rate is getting too high, so they can't sustain themselves, or because of the lack of raw material, or some would say because that Russia is in Ukraine, which is bullshit, and the big C, whatever, you know, they're using whatever argument there is to bring forth a economic situation where everybody on the low is gonna feel it. You understand? So what they're doing, they're starting with their own companies. Companies like, give me some example. Twitter, yeah. Walmart closed down basically every store in I think in Ohio. The other day, Ohio. I don't remember exactly. And they said that the people now have to drive distances now, basically to get to any Walmart because of thefts, so on and so forth. And this basically, see? What?
It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
And the grinders cease because they are few, man. Yep. Satan is at work. You know? Even the Father is at work, man.
Hey, how much fire them to light? How much fire them to light in the island from the year start? How much about 200 hard fire?
200? They say a movie a burn on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what it means, man. You know, to be living in end times, man. You know, this is what it means to be witnessing, you know, the very coming of our Lord Yahushua. You know, you're gonna have all type of madness going on left, right, and center, man. You understand? But only the elect, you know, will see through that because they have that light, which is the word of the Most High, man, and His Son, Yahushua, our Lord, in whom we serve. You know, go ahead, huh?
And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened.
No, these financial analysts, they're now saying that, look, you know, we're in a worse situation than the building up of the housing crisis in 2008. They're now saying this doesn't even look like a recession. This look worse. Some are saying it's a depression we're heading for. Some are saying this actually is even worse than a depression. Now, we see two banks failed the other day, basically, in the States. And that's just the beginning of what's about to come or to happen to all banks across the world. And little did you know that they have the substitute already into place, which is the CBDCs, man. So the objective now is to fail this current economic order to bring forth a new current economic order. So banks gonna fail. You're gonna have running on the banks. Look up what's happening in Nigeria. Now the people in Nigeria go back to put back their naira, the old note, in the ATMs or the ABMs, and to pull back basically the new notes, and there's not enough. And then the government is saying, look, we don't have enough of that money in circulation. So what you need to do now, yeah, you need to take the new digital naira, and that's causing a whole lot of uproars in Nigeria, man. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, we're gonna get your scripture. Banyam 144K. Jeremiah 30 and 6 verse 7. Yeah, we're gonna get that, man. Say, you finish, huh? Did you finish?
Can I say something? I say Jamaica now make a huge step where I gonna get enough people to go over to link.
Yeah.
Right? With the MoneyGram thing now. Where if somebody sends the MoneyGram, you can use it, we collect the money through link. Where you don't have to have nobody ask no bag of question and no bag of nothing, and then they just got the ATM go get it. And that alone
I'm gonna make people jump on board.
Whole heap of Jamaicans jump on board.
Not only that, you can see that the third party is being cut right out. So you see all these people that basically pay to be operating with a Western Union, a MoneyGram, whatever remittance outlet, you're gonna be cut outside of that pie right now. That's what's taking place, man. And this if you have eyes to see and if you have ears to hear, this is gonna cause some great what should I say? So ramifications, yeah, toward that. There's a whole lot of squeeze, and this is gonna cause people to start lose it, man. Because life as they know it is basically being taken away from them right before their eyes, man. A lot of Edomites are now seeing that. A lot of Edomites, they are basically ready to revolt against brothers in, they're ready to revolt against the powers that be, because guess what? Their Edomite supremacy is now being taken from them. You understand? Even the very right to bear arms, it is being said that they want to remove that from them. So we're living in some very, very serious times, man. Yeah? Where these prophecies, as I said, are popping off left, right, and center. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
So now, a lot of people losing jobs, a lot of businesses are closing. So now we are about to witness a lot of these businesses failing miserably. That means the doors have to be shut because there's no business there at all to sustain itself. A lot of these small businesses, the owners, let's just say 40-50% of the times, maybe even more, have to be going into their personal savings or whatever way they make money otherwise to keep that business afloat, especially if that business is not in like a commercial area. You know, but then again, and if the business is in a commercial area, then you pay so much more than what you're making, man, to sustain a business. Rent, the light bill, your electricity bill, water bill, saying paying work and so on and so forth is costly. And the people of the world, they are now feeling the squeeze, man. There's a squeeze gradually tightening, yeah, on the next, on the necks of people. So that's the reason why every day when you go to the supermarkets, the prices of goods continuously go up, which in reality is not the prices go up, is the value of your dollar or whatever currency you're using depreciating. The purchasing power of the dollar becomes weaker, so now you have to add another note to that note to basically purchase a good are goods that was, well, goods supposed to be of one steady volume, man.
Done.
You understand?
Unless the goods itself change.
Unless the goods change. Yeah? Go ahead, huh?
Then,
You
shall
finish?
be- no, no. Shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low,
Uh-huh.
and he shall rise up
Rise
to
up.
rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right, so music is F and it's gonna get after, you know? And now, very soon, people gonna rise up to the voice of birds. No, when you start rise up to the voice of birds, you know what that mean? Do you know what that mean? That simply means that you're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. See, because music is a way of healing your spirit, man.
Done.
You know? But at that time when there is no music to help heal your spirit, what you're gonna hear is birds chirping, different type of birds, different type of hummings, man.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's give me a scripture the brother read, Jeremiah 30 verse 6 and 7 about Kwasha. See, that's when you're gonna know that you're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You're not gonna be hearing any of your favorite celebrities or RTCs or whatsoever, because they're gonna be in such a state that they themselves are gonna try to figure out how they're gonna survive.
Done.
Because with the notes that they're using, it's not gonna be able to go out and spend anymore. Plus, they're gonna be given CBDCs, man.
Done.
And a lot of them gonna line up and push for you people also to go and receive that thing in your hand, man. That C-hip in your hand.
Done.
Go ahead, huh?
This is Jeremiah 30 verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." It says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child."
And the answer is no. It doesn't matter how them trannies want behave like them can get, you know. The answer is no. A man don't travail with child, man. So why is it that everyone, you know, and is on his line, man? Because of the pain, the labor pain that this world is about to go in, man.
Done.
For the birth of a nation, which is what? The Israelites, man.
Done.
As it is written, for the earnest expectation of the creatures wait for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Right.
So this is the beginning process of that being fulfilled right before your eyes, man. Go ahead.
Then, wherefore do I see every man with his hands and his loins, Then, as a woman in travail, it says, and all face are turned into paleness. Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm a bleach out, man. it means everybody's gonna get weak.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get feeble. Yeah?
The fear
Everybody
of-
is gonna be tormented with fear. Because when the scripture speak about thou shalt have no full assurance of thy life, that's when a lot of you are gonna really understand that you have no full assurance of your life any at all, man.
I understand, so the curse is real.
See, when the trucks that would often come and resupply the supermarkets with groceries is no more. So therefore, a lot of people, because of arrogance and ignorance, they're gonna loot, shoot, burn down businesses, whatever. This is what's gonna happen. And all we're doing, we're just saying what the scripture says, man. And we actually seeing these things about to play. The other day in Peru, shit. So it's South American country. The people was protesting, smashing out windows and shit, speaking about what camp them again? The brother was saying for Kasha one, man.
Suriname. Yeah,
Suriname.
yeah.
I think it's in Suriname.
Yeah.
Yeah? Smashing out windows and shit because they were protesting that the cost of living is so high, man. I was speaking to this chick the other day at she's in Florida. And basically that girl work almost 24/7, man. Barely sleep when she's driving to work, she's yawning and sleeping. Yeah, and back she's yawning and sleeping, and this is every day. And she said something, she said, look, they basically gave her a new contract on the place where she's renting to sign that she's gonna be able to pay $200 extra for rent, and she don't know where the hell she's gonna find that, because she's already paying $1,200 for rent, $800 for car, what do you call it? Car payment. And she was listing out these things, you know, she's paying this, she's paying that, and she have her father to pay her father's rent down here. You know? She have so much things to sort out, and she saying she don't know where she gonna get that extra $200. But she have to sign it because she can't go on the street to live. Yeah? So this is hell.
Death and hell.
Exactly, go ahead.
It says, alas, it says, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
And that time is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And as I said before, you know, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashai Bashim Karakash Brakata. Yeah? So at that time, yeah, Jacob's trouble, you're gonna be rising up to the voice of birds, man. No music, no more niceness. But for the elect, the ones that were hoping for this thing to happen, they would be more secure in their mind space, because they know that these things must be, yeah, for Yahweh Shai to come. Now the brother, you have an article. Yeah, I don't know what's in the article, but you finish that? I'll finish that, then we'll go to the article.
It says, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah, but there shall be what? Saved out of it, man. The elect shall be saved out of that time. As we speak to the gentleman the other night, we are speaking to all Israel, man. Because our philosophy, so-called, is not to basically say we're saving all Israel. It's all about the elect. The elect, the elect, the elect. Yeah? Go ahead, huh?
So this is from depositaccounts.com. It says Silicon Valley Bank is shut down. Second largest bank failure in history. So after more than 2 years without a bank failure, regulators closed Silicon Valley Bank.
Wait this after 2 years, what?
So after 2 years without a bank failure,
Okay.
so regulators closed Silicon Valley Bank on Friday. SVB was the 16th largest bank in the US by assets.
And what they have done, the ones that are in control, they have removed the money. I think it's 40-something billion they have taken from this bank a couple of days before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you know, and then basically they get that bank crumbled. So you see, all the people that invested there, all the poor class people, the middle class, the upper middle class, a lot of them basically lose all their life savings, man. Yeah? And they're now on their faces. Go ahead. Yeah, go to the point, yeah?
SVB was shut down by the California financial regulator, and they reported a run on the bank on Thursday that resulted in a withdrawal.
A run on the bank on Thursday. But you notice, most of these mainstream outlets ain't really. You don't really see most of these mainstream outlets pushing what happened here. Like, for example, I don't really watch local news here, but sometimes I do meet upon them, you know. But this is a major move in the economy, where this large bank basically shut down. See, I want to talk about like when NCB said we're gonna close this branch there and that branch there, and no, this one failed, man. All them what do you call it? Too big to fail banks. All of them about to fail, man. Because as I said before, there's a system that they are pushing forward for now, the CBDCs. And the only way that system can be brought forth is if this current system that we're in, crumble. So they're gradually crumbling this current one that we're living in right now.
right.
So you're gonna see more bank failures. Yeah, you're gonna see more money missing from
Fraudulent.
fraudulent behaviors. Yeah,
Can-
more money missing from whether this credit union, this bank, this institution, whatever. Because they're gonna point out everything now to point out that this system wasn't perfect. And this system is the perfect system, which we've been speaking of this system for years now, which is what? The CBDCs, man. Central banking, digital currencies, and all nations basically are on board. And whatever nation isn't on board, they're gonna squeeze them to get on board, man. Because this is the new system that the beast is pushing forward for you people. You know? Saying, continue?
Yard of chaos. Yeah.
Reported a run on the bank on Thursday that resulted in a withdrawal of 42 billion
42 billion.
deposits.
Uh-huh.
According to the regulator's finding,
Uh-huh.
the bank was in sound financial condition prior to March 9th. I go down.
Which shows that this is by design.
Gone.
It's all by design, man. See? Don't fall asleep to the things that are happening in and around you. The saying we said the world is a big stage. And there are domino effects. And right now, we are at a point where shit can't come back.
Hey, look, man.
It only has to get worse.
Hey, and these banks are in on it, man, because
Exactly.
you think there's not a limit on withdrawals from banks, man? Yeah.
Yep.
You can the whole run on bank situation is that, look, man, the banks must be in on it because they can stop withdrawals, man. Yeah, they can stop them. You know what I mean? So
They know what was happening.
sitting by seeing billions being withdrawn and say, oh, there's one. It was basically to people having confidence that they can actually withdraw their money. You know, because it's going to have people feeling like they can actually withdraw the money in case banks fail, man.
No, well, a lot of economic analysts been saying, pull your money, get your money out the banks. No, you're gonna have more people going to the banks, removing their money, which is gonna cause a scarcity in cash with the cash flow in the banks, which is gonna cause another problem.
Yeah.
So at every given circumstances, there's a problem right now within this economy. And it's
Right.
not gonna get any better, it's only getting worse, man.
Yeah, liquidity
You know?
problem and all
Liquidity
that.
problem,
All
exactly.
different type of problems because
You
guess
know?
what? The bank basically is one of the instruments that basically help to facilitate liquidity in fractional reserve banking.
Exactly.
Not liquidity, but currency. Make the money be current, mean transitory.
Yeah.
Money constantly
So that's
moving.
why you put
So
the money in them, lend it out to somebody else,
Yeah,
keep
moving
flow of
around
cash,
because,
man.
because cash don't actually go in the bank to stay in the bank.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
Matter
why
of
these
fact-
banks are broke.
Matter of fact, the majority of the cash and the books in the bank cannot be withdrawn because it's not in physical cash, man. Unless it's going to be transferred digitally, and them can not verify your transfer.
Even
So
though
the
this-
whole run and bank thing is basically is a setup thing. You know what I mean?
That even these ATMs, if the banks were so loaded with money,
Right.
why is it that you have like security men coming to load these ATMs with money?
Right.
Where did they get the money from? If the banks had, if it was a fact that the banks had millions or billions within it, that people go and basically deposit, they should have been able to
Take it from the bank.
count it off, take it from the bank,
and put it
and
in-
install it in the machines.
Gone.
Right, because the surplus of money in the economy have to keep circulating. man.
Exactly.
It can't stay in a machine somewhere. You know?
If we can just add my knowledge, my situation, is that so what happens is that the money in a circulation, it don't necessarily stay at the bank.
Right.
So for example, if Grace Kennedy, Western Union get some money, the same security company, them just sign say them collect from Western Union, deposit digitally in an NCB bank, and then just put in the ATM. So the same money them collect down there, so them deposit in the ATM.
ATM, yeah.
So the money continues circulating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same money is going around, come back around, man. Yeah.
So that's the name of it. Currency.
Yeah, that's why I name currency, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but these currencies are failing.
Done.
You know, and is the central bank token now is being pushed. You know, as the brother said, the government basically made a major move when they basically use MoneyGram to connect with Link. That means when the money is sent to you through Link, you don't have to go through any third party. The money just comes to your account, and then you can go to the ATM and withdraw it. That's a major move, because you tell me who doesn't believe in convenience, man. Right. Where you don't have to basically join a line and write on a paper where the money coming from, what you want the money for, who is the money coming from, and all these things.
Good.
Hey, your piece of paper only have value because they say it have value, man. You can draw all the paper in the world from all the ATM if I want. You know? If they say that there's no value to them anymore, it's just that. Them have the central bank and all them have the power to say whether the money is legal, tender, yea or nay.
Yeah, can change it over.
You know what I mean? Because it's not actually real money.
Same like how them do with the $1 note.
Yeah, them can do it with it.
And the $5 note. Imagine if they have a bunch of them pile up. When them say it done, no matter how much of them have pile up, you can't use.
It doesn't matter, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They are the one who determine whether it have value, yes or no, man.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Which they soon deem them to be valueless.
Showing that the whole thing is staged. Even the thing that basically the app reading from the news is staged, man, because they have a plan to bring about a new system, man. You know what I mean? This is a controlled demolition, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically systematically breaking down things, make it look like it's real. Hey, we're gonna mash down the economy, we're gonna make it look like it's real.
Exactly. And then the people is now gonna blame their leaders, the politicians, for bad money management. Yeah? And start to riot and burn shit down.
And kill our asses.
You know?
Hey, precept.
Yeah.
It says Isaiah 32 and verse 7. It says the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right.
Even when the needy speak it right, man. And no, you could be out here protesting, you know, saying that it's your money. It's not your money. When you look on the note, it says, government of so and so. You know? And furthermore, you're in debt to them. So it's not your money. It's not your money. And a lot of people are going to learn that the hard way, man.
Hey,
a very, very hard way,
you're not allowed in this system to actually own a real thing of value, man.
What them said the other day, if they find gold.
The fool's gold,
yeah.
That them niggers down Hanover basically find the other day. The government said if it was real gold,
it belongs
to the state, man. Yeah?
All precious metals belong to the state.
The citizens should remember that all precious metal or whatsoever belongs to the state.
Exactly.
That should open your niggers' eyes, man.
Which shows that you're not free.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And if it belongs to the state, it belongs to the British monarch, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you can't own real things. You can't own a piece of paper that don't have any real value, man.
Because it can tear up, it wet up.
Yeah? And they can say, look,
it's null and void.
We're not going to take it anymore.
What can you do?
What you going to do with it? Wipe your ass, light fire, burn out quick. You know what I mean? So when the time cold, you light fire when it burn out quick, man. You know what I mean?
Try to catch your
coal
fire or whatever.
You can't even write something on it because it's already printed up with all different type of design and them thing there. Yeah? So plain paper even have more value than it. Yeah?
Like, jump to verse 9, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Right.
Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail.
Hey, look, man. It's as I said, women. You know, a lot of these women believe that money, you know what I mean, is their savior, man. Their God. Yeah. They sincerely believe in that. You know, they think that money is their salvation, man.
But you have
more money
you ain't got. You've been tricked, man. You know, you don't have no real money. And you know, and they be shitting on men.
Yeah.
Because some have a good job. earning a certain amount of money.
And some of them are making
Looking
them
down
Arab
on
shit
certain,
them.
looking down on certain men. You're shitting on men, man. You can't drive a car, you have an apartment. Hey, look, man. When this thing go down, you know what I mean? You won't be having any apartment, man. You won't be having the nail salon. You won't be having electricity. You won't be having running water. You can't go to the supermarket to buy a sanitary convenient things them. Shit is really gonna get real out here. I was watching some videos, you know, some monastery video thing, and you have women saying that they're seeing a society where men is not necessary anymore. You know, some women say, oh, them wish them never have to deal with men, interact with men, any at all. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. Really crazy, man. Look, man, the Lord is preparing something. You see, them got set up more than everybody else. You know? The Lord set your asses up, man. You know what I mean? Because the reality, the real reality, the door is gonna slam in your face, man. Broke your nose and all that. You know what I mean? The reality is gonna hit. Not even speaking about the wall. You know, because young women, you know what I mean? Maids and little children gonna meet the bitter end. What the Lord planned here, man. You see the disaster shaping up. You know what I mean?
And in a gender specific.
It's not gender specific, man. You know, whole men, little boys.
It's fluid.
Yeah, fluid, yeah. Gender fluid. Yeah?
Let it flow.
A lot of people are gonna be affected by these scenarios that the Lord is gonna play out on the earth, man. And we can see it in building. You know what I mean? We see it in building and we know the result, what's gonna happen, man. It's plain to see. You know what I mean? Plain. And it's plain in the scriptures and it's plain in reality, man. Yeah?
It says for the vintage shall fail.
Right, the vintage shall fail. Like in I guess you know you have these women living by certain aid, like certain government aid. You know, you have section aid. You have some get call it alimony. You know, eh? Then you have unemployment. You know, you have food stamps. All these things, man. All these things gonna be a thing of the past when shit goes south.
Can.
You know what I mean? Some collecting child support. You see all these wickedness, man? When you partaking, man, it's gonna jump up to bite you, man. Child support, you know, all the money and all them things that, you know, your niggas be out for revenge for them thing, man. Remember that shit when those days come, man. Yeah. A lot of man are gonna be on some revenge thing out here, man. Yeah?
It says the gathering shall not come. A tremble ye women that are at ease.
Right.
Be troubled, ye careless ones.
Right.
Strip you and make you bare.
Right.
And it says, and gird up sackcloth upon your loins.
Right. Hey, the time is coming, man. You should be mourning, man. You should be asking the Lord for mercy, begging for mercy, based off of what shape up to come. Hey, you know.
Living in pleasure is dead while she living.
Yeah, we're a spiritual weatherman, man. You know, them drip like one go watch the weather to see if hurricane a come. You know what I mean? Get the forecast. I'm gonna complain. My wife earlier coming in the car said there's no rain not fall. And there's no rain forecast for this month. You know what I mean? And the rivers drying up, the reservoir is drying up. You know what I mean? So we're about to see a major joke.
There's a major
joke here in Jamaica, man.
Which the government's going to say basically
the land of wood and water is running out of water.
Land of wood and water truck.
Yeah, running out, man. Rivers basically running extremely low. You know what I mean? But hey, just like you rely on your weatherman to tell you about rain, you know what I mean? You know, you're concerned about the weather, you know? You should be concerned about the time, man. Yeah, and we are the spiritual forecasters, man. We're forecasting what's coming, man. You know what I mean? You should be tuning in. Asking the Lord for mercy now, man.
It says,
yeah?
It says they shall lament for the teeth.
Right, so all the government aid, you know what I mean? The easy way, or you get by. You know? the act speak about a woman, a girl earlier. You know, speak about a girl earlier. That look, man, she can't find the extra $200, man. But guess what? You see, a lot of females end up in that position. You know what they do? They turn to prostitution, man. Sleeping with many men for money. Sleep with a man to pay the car note. Sleep with a man to pay the bill here. Yeah, that's all. A lot of females do in this society, man. Doing something that is against the law, taking you out of the favor of the Lord. But hey, what else to do? You don't want a man. You know what I mean? So there's the scripture say, oh, 2 is better than 1. So you don't have any support.
Can.
And the support that you have, you know what I mean, it's not loyal to you. And you're gonna find that out because
section
you see,
get cut certain places.
you see one thing, you know, it depends upon uncertain you know, way of getting whatsoever you do. Like, they may feel like it is certain, but it's not certain. But tell us something, man. You know, when you have a personal man, you know what I mean, he will go out on the limb to see that you're okay, man. You know what I mean? Another man who don't have any form of sentimental attachment to you is not obligated to do anything for you. And a woman will find that out in the time to come. You're going to find that out in time to come that you need somebody that have a personal attachment to you to assist you or help you in any situation. Why should a man even sacrifice himself in that time to help anybody? Yeah? I don't know you from nowhere. You know what I mean? I don't have to do nothing for you. You know what I mean? I don't have any sentiment, I don't have any attachment, any at all. So you're going to find out, oh, it was necessary to have somebody who cared for you. Actually, in that time, man. Yeah? This is what I was speaking about. What the topic was?
No, I'm going to start.
We don't really want to go yeah, we don't want to go too much.
No, I never.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, just, you go on.
Zephaniah 1 verse 11 says, all ye inhabitants of Mektash, for all the merchant people are cut down.
Right, so all the merchant people are cut down. Look. Hey, look, man. This economy. Relying on constant flow of goods coming in and going out. You know, a matter of fact, the wars that basically has been brewed on the earth, you know, have much to do with trade, man. Wars in general, over the years in history, was all about trade, man. And we have a situation now with America and Russia, you know what I mean, and China, which is the big major players basically in world trade, man. A kingdom attained its riches and wealth through world trade. You know what I mean? And you have wars coming up to cut off trade. Right now in Ukraine, you know what I mean? When it comes out to logistics, you know, it's not like what it was from before. A matter of fact, produce, you know, is on the minimal coming from Ukraine now. And Ukraine was one of the biggest
supplier of wheat.
Supplier of wheat. You know, when you look at the China side of it, strong sanity, when you come out to microchip and all them things, you have Taiwan, you know what I mean, responsible, TSMC and all them responsible for the production of microchip, you know, shipping across the world. You know, you see the Chinese Strait, the South China Sea, you know what I mean, which basically is contested right now. You know what I mean? All these things can cut off world trade. Then you have Russia building up a military base here. I think it's Sudan. Somewhere in Northeast Africa, Russia set up a military base, you know what I mean, to basically protect Russian ships coming through that strait there, go through the Suez Canal. So war right now will cut off trade, man. You know what I mean? And America, that basically is the direct competition to the Eastern bloc of alliance, America, who is becoming an opposition, you know, will soon have to go to war where America will be cut off, man. And that's what the scripture is talking about. Continue.
Zephaniah 1 and verse 11 against the all inhabitants of Maktash.
Gone.
For all the merchant people are cut down.
Right.
All they that bear silver are cut off.
Gone.
And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lease.
So the Lord gonna bring judgment, man. I was at 8. Part of that judgment, you know, for all of you, all the men them, of Israel, all of Israel, by the way, who is settled, you know, feel like everything is okay. Today I was watching a video. I think the brother posted a video in the chat. I was watching a video with thousands of tractors, man. Thousands of tractors in a protest, man. Over there in Europe. Which country that was that? With the tractor them? The streets blocked with tractors, man.
Belgium.
You know what I mean?
Belgium.
Protesting the fact that these wicked elites trying to take over all the farmlands, man. Why? Because them can have a control famine, man, upon the earth, man. And that's what they're trying to do. A lot of you sitting here should be scared to see that farmers are concerned about something that is going on that's going to affect you here, man. Because majority of foods come from abroad.
Just a day that till the soil shall mourn.
You know what I mean? Your food come from abroad. And you're not concerned about the man that will produce the food for you. Look, man. Shit is going on outside, especially here in Jamaica. Shit is going on outside of Jamaica that's going to affect Jamaica very dearly, man. You know what I mean? But a nigga could care less. That's what the Lord of the judgments ready, man. You know what I mean? The Lord don't care less neither. You know? He said he's gonna mock at the calamity when it comes, man. And it's coming, man. You know what I mean? Nobody know about the lockdowns and all that till 2020, 2021. That's when the final know about it when it's actually happening, man. Yeah? You weren't taking heed, you weren't taking warnings from before then. You know, they're complaining. Look, man, you have a time coming where you're gonna come upon just the same way. You're gonna see things just manifesting. Not that it was spoken about from before, but because they never did listen. Yeah, and this time it's gonna be worse. Yeah? You're only gonna know about it when you're actually in it. Because you never listen to the men them. You know, what them over this, some of this hard talk say. Go on the yard.
This is an article from RT News. Basically, 11th of March. It says Poland sees rise in food theft.
Right.
It says high price and behind increased shoplifting in grocery stores.
Hey, but don't cut that.
In Poland,
you notice the type of robberies that start to take place in Jamaica now? You know, they're trying to knock banks.
Yeah.
You know, places that basically they can get more money than the normal robbery them where you see take place, man. Man, I try to go off for the millions, man. So the frequent robbers, you know, step up. Even small robberies at certain places when they used to take, you know, in Portland the other day, you know, a couple robberies took place, you know what I mean? I think two died not to be the same day too.
A day after or something.
Day after.
I think 2 days after. I think I choose
2 days after because you know things really getting desperate, man. You know, so the type of robberies them kind of change up now. Yeah.
And this is it says the number of shoplifting crimes in Poland increased by almost a third in 2022. Newspaper that it says record of on Thursday, citing police data.
Because it's rough there in Europe, man. Yeah, Poland is heavily engaged in war with Russia. You know, you may not say it on the mainstream, but a lot of Polish troops there in Ukraine posed as Ukraine military.
And this our major
You know what I mean?
This our major country in the world.
Yep.
Like, you know, so basically you see them things are increasing in countries like Poland.
Yeah.
Sharply I can see it out here.
Yeah.
And other places, man.
Yeah, these are first world countries.
Yeah, first world countries.
You know what I mean?
People are suffer.
People basically are made the hardship reaching certain first world countries, man. What to say the third world ones, man? And what way you gonna escape? If them can escape, how you gonna escape? When you reliant on these other richer countries, man. You go on?
Says 2 Corinthians 15 and verse. Verse. You know? You can't bring up.
Back to Zephaniah again. 1 and verse 12 say, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles, punish the men that are settled on their lease, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
That's right. You know, you have Jacob believing that this kingdom will continue on and on forever, man. There's no judgment, you know what I mean? You know, we just need to do, make the money, live it up. Prosperity. You have the leaders of these people speak about prosperity. Continue to talk about prosperity, man. Prosperity in the white man's kingdom, man. That's all a nigga think about, man. Politicians, man, that's what they feel to the people out here. Say, yo, we're gonna do things that are gonna make it prosperous and we're economic growing and this and this. Look, man, you don't believe that the Lord is gonna bring judgment upon this society? All the wickedness that basically is taking place here, you make a sad mistake, man. If you believe the Lord is gonna do that, man, you make a sad mistake. What are the the whole grand scheme of things, you know what I mean? The whole frame of existence, other countries go through all of them go through, and you not go through none. Yeah? What are the odds that there's a war in Ukraine right now? Where people actually suffering? What are the odds that people in Ukraine and Poland can't find food to eat?
And England, food banks are run out.
I think that this thing is going to run smoothly for all Caribbean countries and everything will work all right. You know what I mean? Because for some reason, you know what I mean, you're special in the whole entire existence from judgment. Yeah?
If we can add LA, you can say it's by design. Because right now them have a 17.4 million pounds investment in Ukraine's digital transformation. Right? And you have things like that happening in Poland. Right? When the EU has sponsored that digital transformation. In Jamaica right now you have the teachers them ask for an increase in wages. But on the other hand, you have Nigel Clark I tell them say it will destabilize the economy, but he might push for the Jamdex by basically offering the first 10,000 small businesses for sign up with Jamdex $25,000. And everybody will sign up with $2,500. You see me? And each individual will sign up with it after basically spending every $5,000 they get a 2% cash return, cash back.
So they have money to promote the Jamdex, but they don't have money in order to basically give the teachers a raise of pay.
And what did they get the money from IMF? IMF to deal with the whole digital society, man.
Them just don't have the money for those certain things, man. Like
one of them.
Yeah, they have the money for push the agenda, man. That's what the money is for. To push the agenda. Yeah? The beast system, man. That's what they have the money for push that agenda there.
He says, 2 Corinthians 15 and verse 14, he says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. See? And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. See? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right? The reason why it's going to happen, man, you see the leaders of these countries, man, you sell the people a lie, man. You know, and people going to realize that you sold them a lie. You know what I mean? Or they're going to feel betrayed. And they're going to run up on their asses, man. And they're going to put you to death. You notice every time the Prime Minister in Jamaica, many times the sentiments go across, you know what I mean? Of Marcus Garvey alleged prophecy. You know, about heads gonna roll. Everything, you know, the Prime Minister it's spoken over female head more than any other Prime Minister in Jamaica, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because in reality, when the people still like their leader fail them, that's what they plan to do. Kill their asses. Yeah, that's an option.
Gun.
Lay hands on you and put you to death. That's what is on the people's psyche. You know? Love can turn in an immediate hate.
Which is right.
The love for them I feel can turn in immediate hate, man. You know what I mean? Love a funny way to do that.
It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Hungry days.
Yep. Lack of bread, man. Famine is coming, man. Yeah? And it's so easy to see, man. You know, blind people, blind can see. Blind can see. But Jake is worse than the blind. Yeah?
Isaiah 28 and verse 14 says, wherefore, hear the word of the Lord is scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because he have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Speaking to the leaders within Israel, man, wheresoever Israel is, because Jerusalem is a people before, you know, it's a place, man. You know, Israel, people before a place. You know?
Right.
So Jerusalem, who represents Jerusalem? Jake, wheresoever Jake dwell, you know, the leaders that are this place, you know, to lead, you know what I mean, regardless if they don't bear the name Israel right now, you know, they are still Israelites, you know, because they make a covenant with the so-called white man, and it's wicked ass society. We're now going woke, join into the woke culture. You know what I mean? Because you're agreeing, you're complying with the World Economic Forum and what these guys plan. You sign up to Agenda 2030 and all this. Feel like all's gonna be well. Oh, we get included in their plans. So therefore we are safe. Oh! Continue up.
When the overflowing scourges shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the air shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow in the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled.
Right, so your covenant with death shall be disannulled. You know what I mean? A bunch of lies that is being propagated in the society that you're in agreement with. You know? It's going to be disannulled, man. The Lord is going to take it down. And guess what? He's going to use the people to do so. Yeah? Scary thing. Very scary. know what I mean?
Are you
Because
agree?
normally when people put in certain men to death, like certain leaders, man, they don't put them to death, you know what I mean, immediately, man. You know, even in recent times, look at it, when the man who got off him, man, they be dragging him all over the place, man. They're gonna drag you all over the place, man. Whosoever in rulership, when the Lord bring this thing down, you know, whosoever in leadership in Jamaica, the Lord's gonna make them people drag it through the streets, man. You know what I mean? Beaten, jungle justice style. Yeah, a lot of you gonna get jungle justice style, man. You know? Very scary. Yeah? You bunch of hungry niggers gonna be at you. Burning down your shit. You know? Destroying your shit, the family, your little children. Yeah? That's what you get. To be against the Lord, the Bashim, our Shaiman. The Lord is going to approach it with no mercy, man. You show no mercy to his people, man. That's what it is, man. Yeah, Jake's in rulership, man. They be wicked. You know what I mean? Over Jake. The small man, you be wicked, man. Corrupt as hell. Oppressing your own. You know, so the Lord will not have mercy upon you and your offsprings, man. Not gonna be nice. And they don't like hear them argument in a lot. The current Prime Minister, you know, send police, you know, for men claiming that man threatening him and his family. Yeah? The Lord is threatening men. That's what's going on. Yeah? One up. This is that the scripture says there shall be what sedation among men. We are not the one that write that in the scriptures, man.
And your agreement with hell shall not stand.
Gone.
When the overflowing carts shall pass through,
Gone.
then he shall be trodden down by it.
Gone. That's how it is. That's how it is.
Alright, this
Look, man, in that day there is no red or orange flags or green flags flying, man.
Yep.
Those flags gonna be off no more.
White flag.
Yeah? The only thing we got red are blood. The only thing we got red. Yeah?
Alright, this Wisdom of Solomon 6:1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of Yahweh, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels?
Right, so your works have been tried. So all the time you've been doing corruption and all them type of things and not knowing that the Lord was seeing it.
Again?
Yeah, man, you have to do your thing, you have to do, man, to get judgment. Yeah, Lord allow you to do all those things, man. Yeah, that when the judgment come, you know, you can fool that seat. Yeah? Lord, set your asses up.
Again?
Yeah? Go on.
Because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright,
You're not judge alright.
nor kept the law,
You not keep the law.
nor walked after the counsel of
What
God.
law? Especially here in Jamaica, man. What law? You have what going in line with the scriptures, man. Niggas are a bunch of hypocrites, man, because you have Bibles in the courtroom, having people swearing, man. Yeah? And yet you sit here, you know, pushing the so-called white man laws, man. They can't do otherwise. The so-called white man will be penalized. But hey, you know, you welcome the standards of the so-called white man, man. You welcome his laws, you condemn the laws of the Heavenly Father. You have these Christian churches teaching that the laws are done away with. Despising the laws of the Lord, the Bashim, our Shai. All these things are documented, man. Yeah? And now you're gonna have to pay for it. You're gonna have to pay. Now you're full your asses. You're full your gut. Now you have to go pay the bill. They eat continually. Now is the time for the bill. Niggas be them judges up in them court, man. You know that them supposed to represent justice. Are they a bunch of liars, man, and corrupt? You know what I mean? Certain men are going to get sink. You have men in Jamaica go to jail for breaking a glass and doing years. Breaking a glass and do more than what murderers did, man. Years. We get lost in the system. They can't find him. Not get in.
No court date.
No court date. Nothing not go on. He's lost. I have many men in prisons here. We get lost for minor offenses, man. We're doing some serious time for minor offenses. We can document on the court case or whatsoever. Them can't find them things. That's therefore him just stay in prison till him dead. That'll go on in Jamaica here, man. While murderers commit 2 crimes, 2 different murderers, 2 different murders, go jail for murder, come back, you know what I mean, murder again and go jail again and come back again, and man, when them break a fucking glass, man.
Yep.
Break a glass, man.
Right.
And you tell me, say, yo, you judges and lawyers, you know, and top politicians and them, all you think you're gonna get away for them shit, man? Them wickedness, man? You're gonna get it, man. The Lord is gonna give it to your asses, man. You know what I mean? Never think about consequences, they're gonna come up. Well, it's coming, man. It's coming, man. Yeah? Wanna?
Verse 5. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you.
Come on.
For a sharp judgment.
A sharp judgment is coming, man.
Shall be to them that be in high places.
Right. Who is in high places? Politicians, man. Leaders. Yeah? Wicked ass leaders, man. Yeah? What?
Isaiah 1 and verse 23 says, thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves.
God.
Everyone loveth gifts.
They are companions of thieves. Them love them likes, man. Gifts. Yeah, you know?
Love sweets.
You see the Prime Minister, you know, going up to the king, the now so-called king. Yeah?
Jamaicans love you.
You know, Jamaicans, look, man, you're alone, go and kiss your own, kiss ass by yourself. We're not kissing no ass with you. You know, you have Negroes be kissing ass just the same way. You know, because anything what them man do, you know, people just, you know, being a perfect ass kisser. With them, the murderous family, man. You know how much blood them man are responsible for? You know how much Jamaican family blood this family responsible for? But Jamaican love. Look, hey, look, man.
Quick squeeze.
You know what I mean? You're companions of criminals, man.
Right.
Companions of criminals. And you love the likes, you love a belly, you like money, you know what I mean, and things, you know.
Licky.
This I wanna know, him like forget them type of names they have. You know your son could name yeah?
I'm part of the Queen's Council.
Yeah, part of the Queen's Council. No, I'm a privy council. And look, man. You know what I mean? Hey, you're the one in leadership now, so we're gonna talk about you. And when the next party, if them going to power, we're gonna talk about them too.
Go on.
You know what I mean?
Local election till next year.
Believe it or not, you're all the same. You know what I mean? You're all the same. You're battling for the same team, right? You know what I mean? All that trickery that you play among the people, that this left-right paradigm shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna pay for that too, man. That is witchcraft. You're using witchcraft for the people, man. Yeah? Lies. Deception. Yeah? Pretending like, oh, we're gonna do this better than this one that did it. You know what I mean? Well, you know that the whole agenda, he's gonna do the same agenda, man. Yeah, like today, me hear a man talk about Biden basically continue the policies that Trump did. You know what I mean? Went towards China. Yeah? Why? Because they're batting for the same team, man. Then I'm expecting Biden to reverse the things that Trump did, you know, in regards to China, man. No. They put it on a show, but they're going to do the same thing that they intend to go into do. Bread and circus, man. That's what it's all about, bread and circus. Yeah?
Proverbs 29, verse 4, according to the NLT. A just king gives stability to his nation, but one who demands bribes destroys it.
One who demands bribes, you see? And you know, the regular man on the road will tell about the corruption of the leaders and how them love money. And them do everything what them do for them rub up money. You know, I mean, every scandal them name mention. You have a current prime minister now, name mention in a scandal, much in scandal. You know, the SSL thing, if they have money in a SSL,
Pull out.
And they pull out before they
pull out and them thing there. You know, trying to keep a clean, you know, thing to the public, but behind the scene, he's moving money. You know, there was a thing about one scandal about what did take place one time about some money, I think we man
Mexico.
Vars and them thing there.
Mexico, you know, money laundering.
Money laundering something. Yeah? Love money, man. Yeah?
Them things they just get sweep underneath.
Yeah? That's politicians in general. We don't talk about one, we talk about all. Yeah? Go on. Licky, man.
Back to Isaiah 1 again and verse 23 said, Thy princes are rebellious and companions of thieves.
Yeah.
Everyone loveth gifts and followeth after rewards.
God.
They judge not the fatherless, neither do it the cause of the widow.
People out here complaining about minimum wage, man. That look, man, the minimum wage cannot sustain them, man. People will be working to feed them asses and still can't feed themselves, man. But you pay the bills and the key, your food are run out. While these men having money, pushing it in other places, man. Get some money to fix the road and them thing there, and then put half I want in them pocket already. And everybody put pieces in them pocket. By the time reach the road, you know what I mean? They must use substandard material because the money, whole that money spoiled up. Everybody, every only go through, somebody take out piece of fight. And half of the road finish. And the whole road not finish. That's what's going on here, man. Everybody broke. Me get the money, me take half. I'm gonna give this man half the contract. I give out the contract. And before the contract, give out this man take half. And the contract that you know, so me I forgot buy some cheaper material and then take fee half. You know what I mean? Half. And the actual money actually gonna do the work, man. That's how it work here in Jamaica, man. Yeah? Yo, you know, see project? We're gonna say we employ them type of people here. We're gonna sign off 2 million to this man. So he's gonna do one work with him. No, gonna ever do. Yeah?
Other extra money.
Yeah?
Extra.
6 people be working, and them say 20 person work, and you have a payment for 20 person with some name right on it. We're not on the work site, none at all.
Some man when they exist.
Some man when they exist. That's how them do shit here in Jamaica, man. Alright, type of check for pay out to some people when they on the work. Well,
neither do it the cause of the widow come unto them. Therefore saith the Lord, the Holy One, the Lord of hosts, the mighty one of Israel, I will ease me of mine adversary.
Start my work. Alive.
No, it's not over. Say still.
So they are 16.
That's like in a count 1 hour.
Oh.
Just count straight.
I will ease me of mine adversary and avenge me of mine enemies.
God.
And I will turn mine hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. And I will restore thy judges as at the first and thy counselors as at the beginning.
The real judges, man, are the men that you see potentially, are the men that you see in the highways and byways, man. Those are the real judges. Those are going to be the real leaders of the nation, man. Yeah? The prophets, man. They are going to be the real leaders, man. Potentially. Yeah? Hopefully elect. And it's going to be yanked from you crooked ass niggers, man. Yeah? The Lord is going to yank it from here. And guess what, man? You're going to put some serious judgment upon your asses, man. Yeah? What?
Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness,
God.
the faithful city. Zion shall be redeemed
God.
with judgment, and her converts with righteousness.
With judgment and our convert with righteousness, we're gonna do things by the book, by the literal book, which is the scriptures, man, not the so-called white man book. The law, statutes, and judgments. That's what it's gonna be done by. Yeah.
And this is Isaiah 56 verse 10. It says, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs.
Right, oh, you can't believe that this man that will never keep any form of agreement, never keep a covenant. This man break every covenant that he ever make in a history. You believe that they can make a covenant with him and everything will be alright, man? Like seriously, like niggers that these people hate for so many years. Gonna make a covenant with the so-called white man about building a new order. And you believe him. You believe him. You need to learn from no other examples in history, man, that this man is not a man to listen to or to believe. And you believe that this man is going to frame his new world order and have you inclusive. And you're going to sail away, and you're going to ride off in the sunset and be happily ever after, man. You really believe that? Fairy tale. Yeah, leaders really believe that fairy tale, man. You know, complying, you know what I mean, kissing ass, thinking that you're going to get a piece of the pie. Wow.
He said they can't bark,
right,
sleeping.
You should be warning the people, man. Yeah, we know that they're gonna put your ass to death if you come out and say certain thing. You know what I mean? Because the so-called white man is like that. It is his kingdom. If you try to rebel in any way, hey, but at least die with dignity, die with honor, man. Hey, we are saying it right now. We expect what the so-called white man is gonna bring at us, man. Yeah? Cause him have death plan for a lot of us, man. Yeah? Him can't wait to make him move. But actually, we are doing this thing, you know, having dignity, man, and not dying a shameful death. Integrity. We're not about to die a shameful death, man. At least took that position, man. If we couldn't do it, why you couldn't do it?
We die being a plane, man.
Yeah.
Dwelling in tent.
Go on,
This is lying down, loving to slumber. So yeah, they are greedy dogs.
They are greedy dogs, man. It's for the bag. That's what you do it for. When the Lord come, tell him that you do it for the bag. Tell him that.
You know, I couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it, you know. Side girl have a baby and they want some money, take care of shit, pay her rent and yeah, it's all type of madness, man. God. What?
So yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
Can never have enough, one.
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
God.
They are look to their own way.
Bible lands, you know, we can't actually own property, but you have these men, you know, the regular man out here can't have a little place to make a house. But them buy up everything, them put them friend. If certain things are sell cheap, them put them friend in the link. Them friend get it. You know what I mean? When they come out to poor people get pushed down, house get pushed down. And you know, if we go find somewhere live now. You know, for them friend get it for make housing scheme or whatsoever. Yeah?
So they all look to their own way,
Right.
one for his gain
Right.
from his quarter.
Yeah, because you benefit from it, man. You know, man give you a thing for make film thing go through. You know? While the poor have nothing to give you for make for them thing go through, suffer. I want to start to talk about the amount of corruption. We talk about a few corruption things that take place, but hey, there's so much, man. Hard to mention on live stream. To the amount.
Murder.
Murders, but as the ox say, even murders that have been committed, man, you know, you have leaders directly involved in some of these murders, man. You know what I mean?
Is it Ecclesiasticus 34?
For sinister reasons, yeah?
Right. Ecclesiasticus 34 and verse 21. So the bread of the needy is their life.
God.
He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood.
Right.
He that take away his neighbor's living.
A lot of you are men of blood. He that take away his neighbor's living what?
Slayeth him.
Slayeth him.
And he that defraud the laborer of his hire is a bloodshed.
Right, people not being paid. The teachers are going to protest, man. And they're going to say, yo, if they're going to protest, they're going to protest illegally, and them can be penalized or punished for the type of protest that has been launched, man. So, yo, just take what you want to get and don't even try to say nothing about it, else we're going to punish you for it. That's a sentiment now. But people who basically working hard for wage. But that's the society for you, man. You continue to get the fraud, your wage, man. You work and a man don't want to pay you. Yeah?
St. John 8 and verse 44 says, "Ye are of your father the devil,
Gone.
and the lust of your father he will do."
The same scheming and the same trickery the so-called white man do. That's what them niggas do, man. Them follow the so-called white man MO. His standard. Them niggas work by the standard of the so-called white man. Yeah? Drones. They are a bunch of drones, man. Go on.
He was a murderer from the beginning,
right,
and abided not in the truth.
Yep.
Because there is no truth in him.
Right.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Right.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
He's a liar and the father of lies, man. And them niggas come up lying just to see him, lying to the majority of the people. Lying. Lying their asses off, man. Making false promises, man.
Quick one.
Constantly making false promises, man. Yeah, go on now.
Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor,
right,
but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Con, they be out here on the podium making fancy speeches, man. Being sophists. Them a bunch of sophists, man. They put some words together, form them in a certain way, and have the people in awe. People don't know what the hell they're talking about. Seducing them into madness, man.
Right. Another quick one.
You can?
Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Right, because the so-called white man in the rule, all time, we're going to take down a dictator here. When him and the one befriend dictators, man, until them now go the way all them want. And motherfucker, there's nothing wrong with dictating, man. You know what I mean? But when you're going to dictate on righteousness, that's where we have a problem, man. You know what I mean? Because the so-called white man, he's a dictator. You know, when they want to be Americans, when they go and bomb somebody, embrace your ideology that is dictating, man. It's not the so-called white man go and bomb other countries. You know what I mean? Threaten other countries economically. You know, using sanctions and everything. Isn't that a dictator? But we have no problem with dictator. We're gonna dictate when our time comes. We're gonna dictate the laws, statutes, and judgment of the Lord, man. And anybody don't follow suit, there shall be no rain. In scripture, we're gonna rule them with what? A rod of iron.
Beat them to shivers.
Yeah?
Like a butters.
You'll be getting famines, you'll be getting droughts, you know what I mean? The crops won't come. You know what I mean? And you don't come up to Jerusalem the times when they're supposed to come up. The Lord Yahushua is man, the Lord Yahushua is a dictator, man. Righteous one. You know? Who is not a dictator? That is the question. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, the so-called white man is so skilled with the lies, man. He's a dictator. In the meanwhile, telling you that he's not a dictator. And people believe it, man. Yeah? He's so good with the line. Him actually dictating and say, yo, look, we are against dictatorship. We are against dictatorship and tyrants. When he's a tyrant and a dictator, his actions showing that he's a tyrant and a dictator. Right. But yet him saying that, look, this man is a dictator over here. Let's dictate to him and be tyrannical to him. Meanwhile saying that man is the tyrant and him is the victim. So-called white man so good he can put himself as a victim, man.
Hey, there's an article come out with the Pentagon basically stating that they want to bring out Russian war crime.
Yeah.
But the Pentagon said no, we don't want to set that precedent.
Yeah, because let me see something. Like, I be hearing them say, look, man, Russia committing war crime by bombing power station and everything there, you know what I mean? The power grid and everything there. You know what I mean? And somebody say, look, how you say that? I want it in the American war. The war journal or something, they try to say power, them thing they are part of is thing the target, what they call it? Legitimate target. Because they did the same thing in Iraq and other places, man, in Shakhanha and all that. You know what I mean? Bombing certain infrastructure, bridges, hospitals, you know what I mean? And power station and all them things there. But hey, he's such a hypocrite, you know what I mean? When somebody else is doing it, oh, terrible, right?
Look at you. Look at them.
Talking about Russian killing civilians. Hey, America killed millions of Iraqis, man. Millions of Iraqi men. Over 2 million Iraqi died. Yeah, they say, you have this lady come out and say, it's just, what should say? Exact statement which make? Something to the effect of casualties of war. When that woman will come out, that's when them ask her about.
If it worth it?
Yeah, if it was it worth it? And what her answer, man? They're a bunch of hypocrites, man. Yeah?
Sacrifice them willing to take.
Says Job 15 and verse 34. He said the congregation of hypocrites shall be dissolved.
Right, so the congregation of hypocrites shall be dissolved. That's what the Lord prepare the instrument of death for you. Yeah?
And fire shall consume the tabernacle of bribery.
Right, so that the fire that come from that instrument gonna consume you. Nuclear bombs, man. Gonna consume this man's kingdom, man. Nuclear bomb. And we are inching very close to such a scenario. You know what I mean?
So
and it will come. Yeah, go on.
For they conceive mystery and bring forth vanities, and their belly prepare the seed.
Yep, them belly prepare the seed. A bunch of liars, man. Hey. You know? We can see straight to the so-called white man lies now, man. Hey, my can't stomach for watch mainstream news, man. Because all a show. I hate mainstream news, and brother. Lies, man. Lies. You know what I mean?
Read a precept. It's a Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
Right, the man don't sleep unless they do mischief, man. What?
And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right, man be planning false flag and all them type of thing, there, man. You know? You know, and stage certain events, you know, of crisis actors and them things. You know, I tell you about this, man, yeah. Tell you. And you have people, regular Edomites participating in that. You have Jake participating in that, you know, and watching the whole entire population being deceived, man. Yeah?
Right. And for the greater good.
Then the 2020 lie. You'll be surprised how many things that they was told about the 2020 event. How much of it was a lie.
Lie.
You'll be surprised. When the kingdom comes, man, it's going to be revealed. Oh, lie. This man is meant. Because it seems that, you know, people just believe anything nowadays. So, yeah. So I'm going to have to just die, come back in the kingdom and learn how much lie they actually believe in. Being a fool for believing those lies, man. Yeah? Voila.
Micah 2 verse 1 says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light, they practice it
right.
because it is in the power of their hand.
Right.
This is Isaiah 25 verse 7.
Wrap up, see?
Yeah. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right, so the so-called white man spread that veil of lies, man, and the Lord is revealing everything now, man.
Right.
You know, and the internet basically bring a lot of things to light. Yeah, that's why one of the elite to say, oh, one of the worst invention, you know what I mean, was the internet. Yeah, because so many things come out on the internet, man, that's supposed to be a secret. The scripture said them own mouth will fall upon them.
J. Rockefeller.
You know what I mean? Yeah, J. Rockefeller did it. You know? So, with that, Kalalalia, how about Hashem Yawashai, Hashem Rakakodash, the apostles and elders who rule well. Shalom to all the brothers about they keep pushing this truth in sincerity and honesty. Shalom to who tune in on the live. You know? Rock it up.
Oh, yes, stop that.